Okay, there we go. Good morning and welcome everyone. I hope you're having a nice start to your Wednesday, wherever you are currently in the world and whatever it is you find yourself doing. Over here, I'm just sitting down to do a little bit of Stellaris for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to go and crack on with Rising Storm Vietnam Bullshittery Part 3. On that note, things are going fine. It's really only the first week, I suppose. I think it's editing day 6 of a probable 20 to 25 days. And what I'm doing right now is I'm assembling the clips on the timeline. So the bullshittery is almost fully assembled. There's some middle bits that are a bit blank. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to put there. There's a certain rhythm to the bullshitteries, and I'm missing some crucial longer scenes. There's lots of quick cuts in Rising Storm. So I might do a bit more nesting later on, but this should be fine. I can leave the middle bit till later. It might be beneficial to do so anyway, so I can reassess the flow. Anyway, the point is, I've almost entered the text and keyframing stage, so I'll be entering that stage at the end of the week anyway, but yeah, just assembling the bullshittery, basically, is the long and short of it. Thank you Rocket Tom and Ankiatni, thank you both of you. So yes, welcome to a bit of Stellaris. For those who are not familiar, Stellaris is a grand strategy game where you play as an alien race, or humans if you want to, but often a custom alien race that is ascending to the stars in order to seek their destiny, whatever it may be. We are playing as the Seedborn, a sightless plant-type alien race consisting of lots of tendrils of individual plants. We're not a hive mind, we are individuals, but nevertheless we are living in dense clusters, sort of family clusters, and yes, we are also super xenophobic. Well, not super, but quite. Yeah, we do not like outsiders, especially non-plants. We are currently in the yellow section, which we've dubbed the Garden, and we have taken over well, as you can see here, we've sliced off a pretty sizable chunk of the galactic disk over here, hemming in our ally, finger quotes, the League of Panaxa over there, and also successfully breaking the back of the Rethelian Commerce League, a reptile species up to the north. Ruthless capitalists, so they do not like us at all. We had a pretty successful second galactic war with them about 8 years ago, and we managed to pretty much cut their territory in half, with this huge section here becoming a vassalized state loyal to us. Fairly soon, I'm hoping to be able to completely assimilate this state and use its resources, well, pretty much everything that I need, its citizens and its planets. How many planets? What's that, sorry? Vassal under the tended. What's with the icon? Hang on. Select target empire. What am I looking at here? Why is that icon? Oh, of course. Sorry, that's the icon of my vassal. I see. So for some reason they've got a small section of it here. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that soon enough. Wait a minute. That's a little inconvenient for me. Sorry, looking at my vassal. Oh, okay. So even if I assimilate my vassal, all I'll be getting is one world? Ugh. The world of Cheleb. Wasn't that my world? Did they take that off me? I can't remember. Regardless. Yeah, so, right, we'll just be getting one world, the star system of Hamcad over there. Do we know what it's generating? Hang on. No, we don't seem to get a breakdown of its economic output. Oh, no, wait, maybe we do. I just clicked the wrong thing. Okay, energy, mostly research. Alloys, nice. It's the Empire's capital. Population... That's housing. 38 billion, I assume? Okay. Cool. Right, so that will be soon. More pressingly, though, I've got bigger fish to fry. Over here, there's an enormous war that's currently underway between the Amari Galactic State, a race of bird people. Who we are not going to get along with. They're sort of aristocratic bird people with noble houses, and they're also very materialist. They're not very spiritual at all. They're fighting a war against the Order of the Cracksville down here. The Order of the Cracksville, we're sort of on friendly terms with them. They're spiritual, just like us. So we're on friendly terms, but obviously I predict they're going to be a major enemy for us eventually, of course. So the outcome of that war is interesting to me, because pretty soon, depending on the territorial gains that the Amari will try and make on the cessation of hostilities, we might have the Amari on our border? I don't know yet. We'll see. The border might get quite messy. The point is, I need to pay close attention to what's going on the east side of the galactic disk, because I think it's going to affect me fairly soon. Also, the Rethelian are in a defensive pact with them, and I do want to take on the Rethelian. How do we get into their territory? 1 minute. Through here. Okay. So from El Cairo, my fleets will, just charge into Rethelian and basically consume them and finish them off and have their territories and their people join the garden. I must be very careful not to anger the very powerful empire here. What's it called again? Like a sleeping empire? Yes. Stay away from their border. Okay, so, that's what's going on over here. So, effectively, pretty soon, I imagine a big interstellar war. The third interstellar war. Thank you, Zabios and Rocket Tom and Ankiatni. Thank you, all of you. Right. So, that's what we need to deal with. So, let's make sure that the Navy is being sufficiently empowered. Right now, some of the Navy ships are going off to deal with some crystalline creatures that live around this pulsar. But truth be told, I really want to start looking at technology and stuff. Thank you, the First Legacy. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Thank you, the First Legacy, for your sub-bomb. That's very generous, First Legacy. On that note, so, I have some worlds that I need to name. So these two here require names. I need to rename the Star of Terali because I've accidentally doubled it up. And there's a bunch of star systems down here as well, along this line, that all need names, I think. Right. So, are there any volunteers in the Twitch chat or any patrons that would like to volunteer? All you have to do is whisper me the password that's up on Patreon. Feel free to raise your hands and I will just start naming star systems. Okay. So, we'll start with this one down here. So, we have a small, a Class M red star with lots of research. Holy shit. Oh, and a potential habitable planet. Alpine world. That could be important later. So, this one needs a name. Any volunteers? Okay, this is going to be the world of... let's go with Chris Janty. Thank you, Chris. Okay, over here, did I name that one? I think I didn't name this one, did I? These three here. Okay, here we have a very similar world with some trade value this time and some minerals, so another red star. This is going to go from the world of Riag to Hedge 499. Thank you, Hedge. Over here we have, what is this? A mining system, a Class B, blue star. Lots of minerals there. Oh, volatile motes, so it is a bit more important. It's got an exotic good there. Right, let's go with Splatter bonus. Thank you, Splatter. And here we have a yellow mining... Oh, more motes over here. Yeah, we've got to hold on to this sector. At least it's out of the way. Let's go with... LSZ... Law... Oh, Laser... How do you say that? Laser Random, maybe? Thank you, Random. Thank you very much. Right. That's a bit of an awkward name. Laszlo Random. Got it. Thank you, Laszlo. Thank you, Rogue Kitsune. Thank you very much, Rogue. Okay, then same deal down here. Ooh, there's a world at the end of there that we can have. We could colonize. Okay. So, a Class K star with energy and minerals, which will soon become part of what I presume is going to be the sector over here when that planet gets established. Thank you, Rogue Kitsune and Sarge Rylanor. And Penanwin. Thank you. Let's go with actually El Zumi. Thank you, actually. Okay, next we have another world. What is that? Sorry. It's a tundra world that we might be able to take over. A research and mining sector. Ooh, it's a small moon. Interesting. Okay. Any other volunteers? Let's go with... Lord Glassmere. Thank you, Lord Glassmere, the star system of Lord Glassmere. Over here we have trade value and energy, which is currently not being exploited. Ooh, pretty. Okay. So down here on the far south of the galactic disk, let's go with Welcome the Rogue Kitsune then. Let's go with PC. Pisict? PCIT. Thank you. So the star system of PCIT. And then over here on the far end, this could be interesting. There is indeed a moon that we could live on here. Oh, it's tiny. Still, we can exploit its resources. Of which it has quite a lot of... Oh, no, wait. Stuff in the way. Yeah, we could always clear that up. Noxious swamps and huge glaciers. We could potentially live on it. Or maybe send the Pogavon to live there. Right. Let's call it... Thank you, Hauptmann Bismarck. Thank you very much, Bismarck. Thank you. People are volunteering to have things named, given their names in the game. Kanjaman. So all you have to do is raise your hand and I will pick names. From the Twitch subscribers, just to clarify, sorry. Let's go with... the rock type. Cool. The star system of the rock type. So it's near TK, Richie Boy, Jesse J-Man Fred, Digital Serenity. Ooh, that one is currently unnamed because it's not occupied. Okay, and then over here we have another one here. Ooh, Research Rich. Indeed. Okay, we have a star system pretty much next to the social system, which is an important system. It's like a nexus. So just on one of the spokes of that nexus, I think. Thank you, Kicking with Fists. Yeah, we'll go with that. Kicking with Fists. Thank you, Kicking. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's not a spoke of the social system. It's next to Jellyfish Mate, which could become an important strategic system considering the presence of the Krista's Gate. So yeah, this could see some fighting in the future war. Okay, and then lastly, well, we haven't actually occupied this one yet. Soon. Is he building it? Building it now. We'll just wait until he's finished. There we go. So we're taking over that star system. Oh, and I'll rename Terali while we're here. Okay. So I accidentally doubled up. Thank you, Salter UK, and Yesak. Thank you, both of you. Thank you. Hope you're well. Let's go with... Miyakai. Thank you, Miyakai, the star system of Miyakai. Okay, I think we've got everything apart from that one. Probably not the Hoodie G. If you'll forgive me, I think YouTube, uploading just raw live streams and Let's Plays generally drags down the quality on YouTube. They should be edited. Spend time to edit stuff. No sense wasting people's time and just uploading Let's Plays, as people were doing years ago. Right. Whoops. Just waiting for this planet to be built. 66%. What about Atmir and Sepux? Didn't I name those? Sepux. What's Atmir? Didn't I name those? Oh, that one there, sorry. Well, we haven't actually claimed that yet. We're working on it. The fleets are on their way. Complete. Right, okay. So we've taken over this section here, which is going to get named. So this is a potential world. It's small and it's Arctic. Pity. Right. Okay. Why not play No Man's Sky? It's an extremely different type of game, with nothing similar to Stellaris beyond space. Okay. Right. Any volunteers for this world? Let's go with... Let's go with Sabatinsky, shall we? Sabatinsky, are you happy? The world of Sabatinsky. Or Sabatinsky. Yeah. Cool, sweet. Alright then, so let's continue then. So, hang on, let me just have the B. Joseph continue building mining and research stations in that area. What's that, sorry? Mineral cluster. What's this? An unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals drift through the debris belt of TFLAT and is possibly of an alien origin. Interesting. Challenging. We should send... who's nearby? Where's the drifting leaf? It was nearby assisting the alien abductions, wasn't it? Over at Java Fatal Error. Yeah, send pod drifting leaf. Come and have a look at that geometric shape. See what that could be. Okay, so our fleets are on their way to challenge the crystalline entities that are protecting the pulsar of Atmir. It's going to be quite tricky because the pulsar is going to negate our shields. So it's going to be a bit of a tough fight. Who's that there? Looks like a research vessel. The Amari Galactic State are sending 2 research vessels.
Construction complete.
Resource storage full. We have got too much energy, so too much currency. So I'm going to instead use the currency to purchase some alloys on the global market. Here we go. So please purchase some alloys. Right. The alloys will be useful soon in ship construction, so yeah. Yeah, about 11,274 energy for 1,250 alloys. Okay. Research agreement proposal. The Amari Galactic State have entered a research agreement with the Kelazan Republic. I know very little about the Kelazan Republic. Also, preempting the fact that we're probably due to have a war against the Amari, it might be worth initiating espionage operations against them. They don't like us and we don't like them, so fuck it. One moment. Show me the Amari. Hello. Have we started espionage? No, we have not. Gather information. Requires an envoy to be assigned. Do we have any free envoys? Busy improving relations. Busy improving relations. Move petals of magenta over there. Start a spying operation. Distribute drones into their space. Start monitoring traffic. If you can, make a few abductions and make people talk. But don't get caught, whatever you do. Okay. Warthorn Alpha has already almost arrived with Warthorn Beta, at which point they're going to push the crystalline creatures together. What else do I need to do? Let's have a look. Close the planets for the moment. Please give me an overview. Okay, fleets are waiting. Construction ship Senra is requesting orders. Go to Doom Night Fury and build a mining station to collect that exotic gas. The Moo Heel is requesting orders. Please return to the homeworld of Life Glow. The science vessel, Drifting Leaf, is on its way to study an anomaly. The Psi-Asium is orbiting Surhook's Wither in the Wither sector. Can you assist with your supercomputer, or do you require a scientist in order to do that? One moment. Assist research, requires a scientist. Just enter the orbit of the planet for the minute. Most of our science vessels are currently unmanned. Where's this? Burns Taylor's over here, along with Rally Mark Raid. Go there, please. We need to keep expanding this way. We've got time. No, actually, tell you what we need to do, thinking about it. We really need to just stockpile our influence in preparation for any war claims that we need to make. We'll be pressing war claims against the Rethelians soon. Also, one moment. Please show me my vassal state. At what point can we absorb you? Here we go. We can integrate a subject into our empire. Has to have been a subject for... how long? Couple more years? Couple more years. That will cost us quite a bit of influence. Make sure we've got 140 influence points to do it. Okay. Carry on. We also have a transport fleet, don't we? Ordering El Caro. Right. Commanded by Colonel Coffee. He's quite old, though. Send them back to the... Wait, are they currently orbiting? Return to the nearest Allied starbase. Where is that? No orders. Oh, wait, you're already waiting there at Howard Station. Does that have... No, it does not. Find a station with an anchorage. Presumably it will save us energy? anchorage. Go back to Duck Immortal, El Caro. I'm sure we'll be recalling you soon. Has the war started yet? Not yet, no. Okay, Warthorn Alpha and Beta have almost... Yeah, they've reached their position. Here we go then. So, collectively, I mean, we will take some damage here, but collectively they should be able to overwhelm the crystalline entities. So here we go. So they're on their way to deal with a naturally occurring space race. One moment. Actually, let's have... How far have you reached? Where's drifting? Concord 007. Could you go and follow the fleet in? You'll be... Yeah, so if they leave behind any debris that we can analyze, it's going to be useful. Okay. So, Warthorn Beta is commanded by Cthulhu the Grey, a rank 2 admiral. And Alpha is commanded by Mary the Matipus, a rank 5 admiral. They're going in. Here we go. Wait for each other.
Heretic station engaged.
Careful, wait for each other. Good luck, everyone. So, near the pulsar, shields have been completely disabled. It's just down to armor now.
Incoming transmission.
Ooh, we're getting badly wounded here. Ooh, dearie me.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
They are powerful. God damn, they're powerful. Are we going to be okay? Should I emergency jump out of here? 5588. It is not looking good. Nope, we're out of here. Okay, emergency jump. Can I order it? Yep. Shit. Wow, they're tough. Very tough. Must be their home, where they evolved. Okay, I've initiated an emergency hyperspace jump. Let's lick our wounds and, yeah. Shit. How many did we lose? So one ship damaged. Shit. Did I lose almost all of Warthorn Alpha? That sucks. That's going to be an expensive replacement job. Just before the start of a future war as well. What's this? So, the Order of the Cracksfall would like a migration treaty. No, sorry, we're xenophobic. We don't want your people here. Okay. Ah, new piece of technology unlocked? Did we? What did we get? Ah, the plasma thruster. Okay, we'll upgrade our new ships with it. Or build new ships with it. Okay. So, for those not familiar, with each research project, a fresh batch of cards is drawn from the deck, and we can pick one. So, what should we go with next for our engineering research, being led by rank 3 scientist Roanoke? So, Ceramo metal alloys, which will give an empire modifier of all metallurgist output, which is a type of job, up by 10%. That might be worth it. It's a relatively short card to research, and that will up all those jobs by 10%. Kinetic batteries, which is a type of long-range artillery. No, for our ship, sorry. What's this? Civilian replicomplexes. Requires, what is it, exotic minerals, or whatever they're called. What are they called? Rare crystals, sorry. Increases base production of consumer goods. Oh, really? On the whole planet? Could be pretty good as well. Especially with our... Oh, no, hang on. We're getting more consumer goods right now? Weird. Or zero-G refineries. Mining station out... Ooh. Across all stations? Holy shit. No. That. Yeah. Oh. Okay. No, definitely. It's no contest. 2,000 as well. It's easy. Okay, so all mining station output with zero-G refineries will be improved by 10% across the entire empire. Across the entire garden. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Right, so let's think about our fleets now, shall we? Where are the ships going to be rebuilt? Show me all shipyards. Life Glow, which is the homeworld. Laverius, which is going to be the next warfront against the Rethelian. And the social system. So shipyards. Looks like, yeah, let's do it at Big Green. So back at the home world of life, the home star system of Life Glow. We have a fleet academy there to improve the skill of people trained there. And also multiple shipyards. We can expand this facility too. Should we? I don't really have a reason not to. Build additional shipyards. 2 additional shipyards. What's this? Navy Logistics Office. Up naval capacity by 2. What else? Transit hub? Nah. Yeah, okay. We'll build a Navy Logistics Office. So a minimal but extant bureaucratic layer increases the theoretical capacity of the starbase's anchorages. Okay? Bring in naval officers. Thank you, Reaper Cult. Thank you very much, Reaper Cult. So, we won't hear from Warthorn Alpha or Beta for some time. They're currently... Oh, hang on. Tell a lie. They've just arrived. Whoa, they're in a sorry state. Cthulhu the Grey, in command of Warthorn Beta. Please report back to the social system for repairs, and then head back to the home world for ship replacements. What about Warthorn Alpha? It's going to be very interesting to see what the result of this war is going to be. Okay. Yes, Shady, we're playing as an empire of highly spiritual plants called the Seedborn. We're expanding across space from our homeworld of Life Glow, which is there, and we're moving sort of east and west across the galactic disk, encountering many other creatures in space that have achieved their own small, lesser empires. Speaking of which, incoming transmission. The Racket Industrial Enterprise. Do you like alloys? Do you like metals and gases? Hard workers? Precious metals? Yes? We thought you might. It's a trader. Tig, the daughter of Gol. How should we respond? What can you offer us? Okay. So yeah, they're just migrating traders. What do you have? We have ore, rich, luminous ore, torn right from the stone, sparkling minerals for the tended. But we hunger, we thirst. Grant us 1,000 food, and we shall supply your builders and makers with 500 minerals. Fair trade, frankly. Okay. We accept your deal. We've got shit tons of food. We're plants. We're made of food. Here. A pleasure. A joy to deal with attended. We will visit again. Strange creature.
Construction complete.
The Senra has finished building... what? The exotic gas mines over at Doomed Night Fury. Stand by. Please go to Star System Regalia. Build a research station around... the star. There's more research that we can exploit. The star is doing something strange. We should observe. Okay, the fleet has arrived at the social system, one of our potential ship anchorages, and is currently licking its wounds and automatically repairing. Note the green bar beneath the icon there, the health of the fleet. The orange bar is the armor, and the blue bar are the shields. Right, okay. You do, however, need to replace those that have been destroyed. Yeah, just stay there. Order full repair for now. I don't necessarily have to send them back to the homeworld to get their replacements, but I'm just going to try and make heads or tails of it, really. Can get a bit complicated, and also a little bit buggy sometimes. Okay, Warthorn Beta has been fully repaired. Return to Life Glow. Very good.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
We finished researching the Research Institute in our physics research tree. A bid for interplanetary resource pools and more flexible research grants. So, the Research Institute. The Research Institute is a massive complex gathering the cutting edges of desperate fields together for an unprecedented synergy, improving the research output of the whole planet. So, I can spend minerals, energy, and exotic gases for some reason. I guess the scientists are huffing it. So I can spend it in order to place down a building which will upgrade all... what, sorry? All research output just in total? By 15%? Apparently? It makes no distinction between any job. And also it will create one job, science directors. So, in the social stratum. Let's build one of these back on the homeworld if there's room. I should have plenty of exotic gases. Yes. So, over at Life Glow, over at the homeworld of Big Green. Ah, damn, insufficient room. Maybe I should remove something. We don't want to remove the administrative offices. Although we could. What's that? A temple. No, we need that. For our people. Research complexes? Oh no, hang on. Is it an upgrade? Upgrade to advanced research complex. No, it just ups the number of research jobs. Why didn't we do that already? Do that already. Okay. Just thinking, sorry. Alloy Megaforge we definitely want to keep. Shit. Okay, so we can build no more. At least when it comes to these buildings here, because we can only build them within dense city districts. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one of my administrative parks. So replace it with. Where is it? Sorry. Research Institute. There we go. Do that then, please. It will hit our empire sprawl a little bit, as we'll have fewer bureaucrats, but hopefully we'll have more research in general. I should probably consider doing that to a couple of other nearby planets, because we do have quite a few exotic gases. We've got +6 coming in, so we should certainly use it for research. Okay. Indeed, that must be why, Zythurius. Okay, so no jobs are prioritized here. So here on this homeworld, we have rulers and merchants. Really? Sorry, what's that? Merchant job. Ruler. Which building is providing this job, I suppose? Not seen that before. Hang on. So those are civilian industries, artisan jobs. Research complexes, a temple. Administrative. Yeah, so they live in the system capital. I'm not sure. Never seen that one before. Merchants. Ruler stratum. Providing trade value. Huh. So I'm just trying to familiarize myself with it. Metallurgist jobs. Might be from a tradition? Do you reckon? Did I make a decision here, maybe? No. Peculiar. Carry on. Right, sorry, while I'm here, let me just go back to the... I really need to think about the fleet here. We need to expand it rather dramatically, don't we? Don't let me forget about that. So, Garden Regalia over here. So, where are we now? Sorry, we've gone from here to here. Just east, the next world over. So here we have a beautiful garden. Alright. There is room. Alloy Foundry. How much research are we generating? Quite a bit. So hang on. Research is being generated. So we've got physics, sociological and engineering research being generated. Not by the artisans. Actually, are they? 1 second, sorry. Metallurgists and artisans. No, they make consumer goods and alloys. The generator district makes technicians which make energy. So each of these districts and these tiles, folks, will make jobs in here, you see. And the jobs produce resources. So I'm just trying to work out. So who's doing the research? Is it just purely a research building and nothing else? No districts? Clerks produce trade value and amenities. I think it is, isn't it? Okay. So which one? Hollow Theatres. Alloy Foundry. Energy Grid. Research Labs. Here we go. Researchers turn consumer goods into research. Okay. Can I afford that upgrade? Civilian industries. Artisans turn minerals into consumer goods. It's fine. Carry on. We do have room to expand. So, let's do that then. 1 minute. Upgrade City District. And then... yeah, I'll put in additional research labs here. We won't go crazy, just add a few. And for now... Yeah, build a research lab. We can just keep the base ones. We don't have to fully upgrade them. Okay. And then, sorry, let me just do the same at the Garden Quaker. So this is the root sector. This is our home world. I just want to make sure that these internal worlds... Oh, it's a trade fleet. Those were the ones we just traded with. Hello. So Garden Quaker. It's much smaller than the other worlds. That might be kind of inconvenient. Okay. Research. Shit. Hall of Judgment. What's this? Enforcers are producing unity, decreases crime. I don't think we need that, do we? Crime is low, right? Yeah, crime is very low. We don't even have any slaves on the planet, so I'm just micromanaging. So remove the Hall of Judgment and replace it with a research lab. Okay. Where is it? I'm blind. Research. Here it is, sorry. Alright. What about energy? Yeah, leave them. Okay. 61% stability. We're okay. Carry on. Right, now I really do need to care about the fleet. I can't be ignoring that any longer. 1 minute. Asium, let's pick you a new... Yeah, so new research thing. Weapon systems. Plasma accelerators. Go with the Guardian points... Yeah, Guardian point defense... Oh, it's going to take too long. Plasma accelerators. Okay, so
Construction complete.
Where's Warthorn Beta? They're on their way. Okay, so Warthorn Beta, one of my 2 fleets, consists of Speed Collector class cruisers, Black Templar Tim destroyers, and Casanova class corvettes. Show me their tech, please. That's the wrong thing. Show me their... Here we are. So, the fleets are made up of templates of individual ships, and each individual ship has a sort of, like a chassis, really. So you've got corvettes. It's all very... I don't know if anyone remembers the game Endless Space. It's very similar to that, really. So you've got corvettes, destroyers, cruisers. Ignore these. These are like defensive platforms, turrets, basically, for our stations. And they get bigger. We can get much bigger ones than just these. We have yet to unlock those, though. The bigger the chassis, the bigger the weapon systems that you can mount on top of them, like that. So they're little boats, basically. So this is the Casanova class corvette. This is the Black Templar Tim class destroyer. And this is the Speed Collector class cruiser. Now, we can always mix and match and add different flavors of weapon system. If the aliens that we're fighting are using, say, lots of laser weapons, we can augment a particular class of vessel with much better shields. If you catch my drift. Okay, so what have we gotten so far as tech? Are we auto-upgrading? Hopefully not. Oh, shit. No, I don't want to auto-upgrade. I want to do it manually so I can see exactly what I'm doing. So let's start with the Casanova class. So rank 4 lasers. So we can upgrade to gamma lasers from small X-ray lasers. Small cutting laser. Why did I do that? Okay. So hang on. Its lasers can be upgraded. Its armor... and its shields cannot. Regenerative hull tissue. Ooh, we've even got better things here, haven't we? Oh, I haven't made as many upgrades as I was hoping in preparation for the next war. Subspace sensors and plasma thrusters and a type of laser, but little else. Okay. 1 moment. What are you doing, you strange creature? What? Hello. What? Oh, yes, I got you. Oh, I got you. Oh, I know. I love you. You're so cute. You're so good. Yeah. Hi. Are you giving me kisses? Yeah, I got you. Yes. Who's a good girl? She loves her cuddles. The moment she's on your lap, she'll just start licking your face. And then when she gets tired, she'll rest her head against your, like, shoulder or whatever. And just be like, sleep. Sorry, bit distracted. Okay, so let's upgrade the Casanova. So, gamma lasers in place of its tier 4s. Leave the cutting laser for the moment. Hyperdrive upgrade, I think. Plasma thruster upgrade. What's this, sorry? So for a little extra alloy cost, which is the resource up here in purple, typically used for naval vessels, upgrade its tracking range on its sensors. Okay. Advanced combat, so it's got a swarm computer right now. Advanced combat computer swarm. Oh, this is new. So precognitive interface. Ship fire rate goes up, evasion rate goes up, both by 5%, and it gets a sublight speed boost by 20%. It is a lot more expensive and requires a lot more power. So this is a result of my psionics research. A computer that is able to predict what the other captain is thinking, maybe? Right. Let's do that then. Heavily upgraded software. Okay, so this is the Casanova. Ship design does not have enough power, so -1. Okay. We have yet to upgrade the reactor systems, that's the trouble. So how can I compensate for it? Less shields? What have I got here? Auxiliary fire control? What would cost me less power? Advanced reactor booster here would give me a huge amount of power if I wished. Regenerative hull tissue is quite nice though, it can heal over time. Increased accuracy? No. I presume regenerative hull tissue, like an organic matter on the hull, is probably quite cheap insofar as power. Okay. Shit. Okay. What if we take off that small cutting laser and replace it with a mass driver? Like advanced rail guns. No, that's cost me even more power. That's not going to help. Plasma throwers? No. Shit. Am I out of luck? Okay, change over to that and take off one shield and use plasteel armor instead. That would give me sufficient power. Greatly reduced shields though. What's this? Sorry. Oh, no. That would require crystals, and we don't really have a vast amount of... Well, we got quite a few of them, but... Hang on. Crystal-infused plating will do what exactly? An alloy of elements harvested from the ultra-hard crystalline entities lines the inner layers of this plating, improving hull integrity. By how much? So hit points 85 with the default, 110. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's take it. At least one layer of that shit. Okay. So, the Casanova class. Upgrade it. The design with that name already exists. Do you want to overwrite the current design? Yes. There we go. So all I have to do now is tell the fleet to upgrade, and they will get fresh Casanovas. Now, while we're here, let's just do the other ones and see if there's anything else that I want to upgrade with them. So, 1 minute. So tier 5s. I don't think I have any major alternate Corvette technology that I want to bring to bear. Let's look at the destroyer. So, the Black Templar Tim class consists of a single large artillery bow. 1 minute. The speed collector already has proton launchers as a big... what is that? Like a nuclear warhead type thing. What is it? It's a big missile. So what are the destroyers doing? Artillery bow large. Software is in line. So they're hanging back and shooting as well while the... Okay. While the corvettes go in. Yeah, seems reasonable. Okay. So, laser technology has not advanced. Looks like very basic upgrades. Oh, it's auto-upgrading, isn't it? Alright, give it the precognitive interface, upping its tracking abilities by 10. Very good. Auxiliary fire control. Yeah, minor upgrades. Okay. Indeed. Don't worry, Roman, I know how it works. Okay, 1 minute. And finally the cruiser. Oh, we have improved strike craft. These were always pants back in the day. Absolute pants. There was no point using them at all. I don't know if that has changed. So I'm using these. Bred in captivity. Okay, so what, these are like drones that I launch from the hangar. 54 alloys. Strike craft, units 8, damage 20 to 30. Improved strike craft, damage 5 to 13, units 8. We'll stick with that for now. So we're using a sort of organic missile. Okay. Hang on to them for now. Upgrade, hyperdrive upgraded, plasma thrusters upgraded, sensors upgraded, and then give it a precognitive interface. Improving range by 25% and tracking by 10. But nevertheless, stay at extreme range. Yeah, I don't have as many weapons upgrades as I was hoping. Okay. So, that's going to cost me to upgrade the fleet, obviously. Alright. Thank you, Zovi Sapphire. Thank you. Okay, the Rithelian and the Order of the Cracksfall are now rivals.
New wisdom.
I'm sensing a big war between me, the Rithelian, and the Amari, with the Order of the Cracksfall either as observers or allies. Okay, good. We finished researching the engineering project 0G refineries, giving me a 10% boost to all mining output across the entire garden. The addition of internal refineries on mining stations will substantially increase mining production. Okay. So nebula, in addition to the 10%, we can build nebula refineries. By processing the dust clouds of a nebula, we're able to refine and extract valuable minerals. It will cost me alloys to set up, but it will give me... Really? That little? Okay. Well, it's not that little, I suppose, especially considering we can just build them at will. Do we have any nebula in the garden? 1 minute. We do. There. Next to Zakova. Mirai's pollen. Oh yes! That's how we conceptualize a nebula. Like a cloud of pollen. So Mardian's pollen, Mirai's pollen, Wee's pollen, and Gumball Bob. Which is just... Is it in the nebula? Does it show a visual difference? It does. Ugh. Okay, so I could choose to build mining stations here in order to exploit that. That remains an option, but I'm okay on minerals for the moment. And also we don't really have any stations in that area. Can I build any stations? I can build 2 more, but let's be careful. I want to spend alloys on my ships to replace that which I've lost. Okay. A new engineering project is required. 1 moment. So Rono, well done. Mining station output, another flat upgrade of 10% for all minerals. No, wait. Yes, that's correct. Alternatively, the next card down, improved structural integrity, defense platform hull points up by 500. So those are defensive turrets that sit outside your stations. Not bad. Rare crystal manufacturing unlocks the building of synthetic crystal plants. What's that? It creates a job called translucers, which turn minerals into rare crystals. That could be useful. That could be very useful. Nearly identical to the real thing, the crystals produced here are of the highest quality. That could indeed... Yeah, so we're suffering from a bit of a loss of the rare crystals. What's more pressing right now? And what's this, sorry? Alloy nanoplants. In exchange for volatile motes, it increases the base production of alloys produced by jobs by 2. Okay. And metallurgists turn minerals into alloys. Is that just the upgrade to the alloy plant? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm just looking at my resources at the top. I think, honestly, that sounds good. We're going to need lots of alloys. I know we have 23,000, but you're going to be surprised how quickly we're going to go through that when the shooting starts. We need as many alloys as possible to make the powerful starship hulls that need to take the punishment. Yeah, and also serve as the platforms that will distribute the wrath of the Great Gardener upon the unclean. Right. One moment. We still have no contact with Warthorn Alpha, my primary fleet. I hope they're okay. They're in hyperspace somewhere. What's that? Rivalry between the Order of the Cracksville and the Rathelian. These two sides are hurling shit at each other, rattling the saber. Old with defects. Hello. Oh, not me. Our starbase in the Lifeglow system reports that the Racket Industrial Fleet has evacuated and abandoned a decrepit ship, now in unstable orbit around the system's central star. Okay. One man's trash, or let the sun swallow it. Derelict ship, special project. Let's investigate.
Situation log updated.
Send a scientist. Do we have one nearby in the sector? So around our homeworld, by the by, you cheeky buggers, they've dropped a derelict ship, which is going to fall into the star. What's wrong with it? Did you have to do it there, near the homeworld? Dicks? Okay. There's Warthorn Beta. Hold on. Warthorn Beta, could you go back to the social system, please? You're already fully repaired. You just need replacement ships, which we can send. We can send them to you. Okay. And Drifting Leaf, could you come over to the homeworld and investigate that before it falls into the star and is lost forever? No, I can't issue this. Anomalies? What's going on? I can't. Was it definitely life glow? Situation log. Oh, it's a construction ship that we require. My mistake. Drifting Leaf, go back down to Kicking with Fists and investigate that anomaly. We have the Moo Heel, a construction vessel nearby. Order it to intercept the vessel and see if there's anything of note. Be careful.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
And don't leave your goddamn suits. It's probably filthy in there. Strange mammals. Okay. Excellent. We finished researching Zro, an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles. It has been deposited on a number of worlds through meteor impacts, and its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, Zro acts as a very potent and addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. Spice must flow. Zro must flow. Right. Mikey the Mystic, our psionically gifted plant researcher working in the sociological research tree, has discovered Zro. Alright. Is it? Oh, it is. It's an exotic material that I can find in space. Do we have any? Any spice within the garden? Sorry, question for the more experienced players. I keep asking that, don't I? I keep saying, do we have any living metal inside the Empire? Is there a way to quickly scan? Or do I have to float around and look with my eyes? It's fine either way, but is there like a button that says, show all rare materials? It's just a visual scan then, is it? Okay. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Do I have any Zro? No. I think we might be out of luck. Okay. I can see no Zro, unless I'm blind. Alright. Sorry, pardon me. Thank you, DeLorean. Thank you very much, DeLorean. And thank you, Dark Butt. And Sam Luku, and Zovi, and Kieran. Thank you very much, all of you. Okay. Mikey, could you please stop snorting, whatever it is you're snorting, and start working on what? Hyper entertainment for exotic gases. Society research. Ooh. A flat boost? 20,000 though. That's going to take quite some time. Terrestrial sculpting. Edict. Transform. What's this? Sorry. An edict? Oh, terraforming speed. Halved? Ooh. Terraforming. Honestly, we should probably get round to doing that. Terraforming could be very useful. Let's do that. Mikey, please start researching terraforming. Also, what's Concord 007 doing? I sent him off to that sector over there. Yes. Research speed. Forgive me, you are kind of in his seat. Your contributions to the garden are appreciated, Mikey, but I feel that your expertise in that area has reached its ceiling, shall we say. You're ordered to report to the Drifting Leaf. Concordia will take over sociological research. Your contributions have been noted. Thank you. Concordia? No? How do I trade him? Sorry. Select the scientist to lead. Rename. Can't remove leader on a research mission. To stop his mission. Okay. Do I wish to reassign this leader? Yes, I do. Okay. Concordia 007 is now researching terraforming. Expertise, new worlds. Sweet. So an expert on settling on new worlds. Will that give a boost to terraforming specifically, I wonder? Not sure, but it is a sociological thing, right? I think. Right. Mikey, the Mystic, please take over command of the Drifting Leaf. Right. No, it's not being fired. It's being put out to pasture. No, it's not being put out to pasture. It's being given new opportunities. Far and wide. Far and wide. Let's say he had some sort of scandal back in the research labs of Big Green. In his effort to try and discover Zro, he snorted everything. And I do mean everything. He did discover the psychic compound. Well done. But that wasn't what he was researching at the time. He was just doing a shit ton of drugs and then was like, whoa, this is actually a psychic drug. Yeah. It's like, Mikey, you've got to put everything up your nose. You just got lucky that once. No, actually, no. Sorry, better role-playing thing. We have no Zro. We have no Zro at all. He snorted it all. That's why we have none. So the scandal is that he's being kicked off his position here because he has snorted all the samples of that drug. We have no more. And now someone higher up is annoyed with him because of it. Turned to the plant next to him and just said, fire him. Oh, what's this? Sorry? A member joined the galactic community. The Pious Rethelian Alliance. Our vassal. Oh, so they're adorable. In 4 months' time, we're going to order their dissolution, effectively. They've entered the room like, hello, it's lovely to be here. Look, they're shaking hands. They're wearing robes. Sorry, for those that don't know who they are. These guys here. So a posh-looking lizard, well-groomed and wearing fancy robes, made great speeches to a room full of wine-holding aliens talking about how they wish to contribute on the galactic stage. And next to them, the ambassador for the Seedborn with its entourage of plants twisted, their roots around each other, stands in silence, knowing what's coming. For when they are assimilated, they will not have the same rights as us. They are not plants. How could they possibly understand what it means to be good? To be true? Like the plants.
Construction complete.
The Senra has finished its construction job around Regalia. Research added. A governing ethics shift in the Order of the Cracksville. Following a long period of growing support for the Alliance of Traditional Foundations, the Order of Cracksville has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. As a result of bringing this faction into their government, they've become more outwardly spiritualist. Good. Good. Again, they don't believe in the right God, but at least they believe. They're on the right path. They just need nudging in the right direction. That's all. Unlike these filthy unbelievers. Non-believers, even. Look at them. Disgusting. Ugh. Well, they all are, really, aren't they? Put a fucking shirt on. What's the matter with you? Alright. Right, sorry, what were we doing? I'm rather concerned that we still haven't made contact with... Oh, hang on, we have. Warthorn Alpha is back. You jumped all the way back to Lifeglow. Surprising, but nevertheless, welcome home. The fleet under the command of Mary the Matterpus has licked its wounds. Jesus, we've lost almost all of our destroyers. All the cruisers are okay, but fuck. We heavily relied on shields. Initiate repairs. Returning to Lifeglow anchorage. Okay, now we need to replace the ships that were lost. Warthorn Beta, we're going to start with you. So, all I have to do... So, see these numbers here? So, the number of cruisers, the number of destroyers, the number of corvettes. It shows how many I'm missing. All I need to do is upgrade the fleet here, and the order will be placed with whichever shipyard I select here. So, select home base, Lifeglow. Assign to base. Upgrade the fleet. It will cost me 339 alloys. Cheaper than I expected. Upgrade underway. Oh, wait. That's why it's cheap, because it's upgrades. We're just replacing existing systems. Reinforce the fleet is what I wanted to select. 4,300 alloys. Ouch. And that's only one of my two fleets. Okay. The orders have been received by the anchorage of Lifeglow, who have... No? I figured they'd start building. Is it all going to poor old social system? It's going to take forever. Oh, no, maybe they do upgrades first and then they put in the order. Hang on. Star bases, shipyards. Yes, sorry. They're busy. Okay.
Special project complete.
So, the starbase of the social system currently has plants moving all over the place, slowly, of course, following the snake-like cables across the entire hangar bay, along with the living ones of the crew, moving weapon systems to and from, unloading these huge turrets and well, actually, you know, what are we upgrading? We're upgrading the engines, aren't we? So all of the engines are being pulled off the back of the ships, slowly. Very slowly. Okay, it's going to take time. Ship by ship. Okay. Old with defects. The ship back at Lifeglow. So, for those that didn't see it, the passing merchants abandoned a ship around our homeworld star. Likely due to the vessel being a civilian transport, the shipboard databases were not fully scrubbed as part of the decommissioning process, so whilst nothing else of value was found aboard the ship, our data scientists have managed to recover partial references to unknown alien technologies. Excellent. We've gained research option improved destroyer hulls. Nice. So next time the engineering cards are drawn, we'll have a special option, I think. Borders have been closed between us and the Amari Galactic State. War is brewing between us and them, that's for sure. Has the war concluded? No, they're still fighting their war against the Cracksville. War is coming between us and them. Warthorn Alpha has been fully repaired. Initiate your upgrades first. It will cost me 587 alloys and 9,400 alloys to fully replace the lost. What a stinging loss there. My attack against the crystalline entities has drained my coffers. My Empire's coffers of almost half. Yes, more than half of all of my alloys. A foolish move on my part.
Construction complete.
It is what it is. Okay. Warthorn Alpha, your home base, yep, is the home world. Carry on. Alright. What's that? Sorry. Nervous Hawk, one of my construction vessels, has finished building mining ships around Brittle Star. Okay. Please go up there and build a research station next to Dark Discord. Yes, the crystalline entities won. They kicked our asses, unfortunately. Okay. Reinforcements in transit. Okay. New ships are being built. Where? Life Glow. Social system still working on the upgrades. Laverius Starbase. Where is that? Sorry. Here. It's assisting as well. Okay. So for those just joining the stream, you're looking at an empire of plant creatures called the Seedborn. We are super spiritual. We believe in the Great Gardener, the alien race that once tended to us when we were young. Of course, just for the sake of role-playing, I'm going to pretend that we didn't know that our world of Life Glow was actually an agricultural moon. We were a food source for whatever alien race protected us when we were pre-sentient, basically.
Our ships have been improved.
So we've taken to the stars to try and find our progenitor, not realizing that we were nothing to them. Warthorn Alpha has been fully upgraded. How did we become sapient? We combined our roots together to exchange thoughts and feelings, teaching each other as we went. We're not a true hive mind, even though I could have selected hive mind at the beginning. But again, just for the sake of flavour, each of our plant sort of families are kept together in pods, really, consisting of hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals intermingling their roots. As a result, we have the species. Where is it? Sorry. So deep connection. Sorry, which one is it? Deep connections. Yeah. So firmly entrenched in the labyrinthian web that makes up the political machine. We also have the what is it called? There's like a secret. Fuck. What is it called? Let me just find it. Governing ethics. Shadow councils. So we have secretive, deep roots. As in behind the scenes, shadowy operatives that are trying to manipulate the government. And in addition, I think we're slow to resettle because it's difficult to separate individual plants in a very literal sense. How would a hive mind change the gameplay? I'm not sure, sorry, forgive me. You'd have to ask someone who's done a hive mind. I'm sure it gives you certain bonuses and certain penalties. Okay. So both Warthorn Alpha and Warthorn Beta are fully upgraded. Please have them take up position at the anchorages and just rest. No orders. Wait, you can't rest? Oh, there's no anchorage there to... Really? Where's the planet? Where's the social system? Oh, it's not a planet. Gotcha. It's a fucking... It's just a starport. What's this? According to a report from the crew of the Drifting Leaf, their mission was a failure. I sent them down here to Kicking with Fists to look at a piece of debris? Science officer Mikey the Mystic allegedly took manual control of the... Oh, God. Manual control of the probe sent to retrieve a sample from the cluster, resulting in a collision between drone and mineral cluster that, whilst mild, resulted in the mineral cluster breaking apart completely. The crew is careful to note that the experience has left Science Officer Mikey the Mystic somewhat shaken, and the mineral shards should still be of some value. Were you trying to snort it, Mikey? Okay, what's this? Its parts are equal to the sum of its parts. Mikey the Mystic has the Carefree trait. Minerals gained 1,500. Or, the Tended find such carelessness unacceptable. Mikey the Mystic gains experience and now has the Stubborn trait. We get minerals either way. I think the second one is probably more appropriate. He's already been kicked off his science team for snorting all the Zro. And now we hear of another failure. God damn it, Mikey. Critique him for his carelessness. Stubborn. Leader experience gain gone down by 25%. This leader is stubborn and slow to accept new methods and ideas, even if they have proven superior. The resolution has passed in the Galactic Senate. Which one was that? Is it this one? Diplomatic. Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Past. Sorry, how can I see the most recent past thing? Proposed queue. Sorry, just gonna have a quick drink. How can I see the most recent? So these are all of them, aren't they? No active resolution. Third tab? Yeah, resolutions. Is there like a past recently one? So I'm pretty sure it was this one, right? Better tomorrow. I guess you've just got to remember. Okay. So, being part of the galactic community, I have to follow these rules as defined by them. And I get to vote on rules that are favourable for me if I get strong enough. So this one, building a better tomorrow, means that all diplomatic weight from the economy is improved by 60%, so our voting power. Worker population resource output up by 7.5% at a cost of 10% habitability on all worlds. That's not too bad, considering it's a 5% boost to all alloys and all minerals from all jobs. It's very, yeah. It's very... What's the word I'm looking for? Industrialist. Yeah. What happens if you don't? Don't choose to participate? I presume you don't get the benefits. You don't get the benefits of, say, that. A flat boost to a shit ton of your industry there. I did, Naya. I'm rereading the same text. Okay. Pardon me, sorry. Right, so that's rather frustrating. For those that didn't see it, a bad encounter with the crystalline entities forced me to, had me lose most of my alloys. We went from 27,000 down to 9,000 alloys a short while ago. That's very frustrating. And the fleets are going to take some time to rebuild. In terms of time, though, I believe we might be able to force the Rethelian vassal to join. Let's have a look. Build spy network. Release subjects. I want to absorb you. Oh, no. Are you the right one? Yeah, Pious Rethelian. Insult. Integrate. Here we go. We can integrate a subject into our empire at a cost of 136 influence. What do you think? I think it's time. We don't want to leave them for too long. We want to absorb this territory. There's no point in absorbing them. They only have one planet. Best to leave it as a buffer zone. At the same time, that one planet could... So, true, but what reason do I have to leave them? They don't just have one planet, they have many systems with many mining opportunities that I can use. All of this is are resources that could be going towards the garden. Energy, minerals, and let's not forget the people. Right now, their work just goes to the coffers of their masters, when it could be going to us. We could be their masters. If I do, though, it will put me on the border with who? I don't know you. You're hostile to me. You're inferior, technologically speaking. And you look rather small. There's no border between... Well, there's an existing border between me and the Rathelian. I'm super curious to see what's going to happen at the conclusion of this war. I'm going to do it. I'm going to absorb them. Send a diplomatic communication to the Pious Rathelian Alliance. Your independence is over. Subsume the nation into our empire. Stand down, lower your flags. Here we go. Oh, hang on. It will take 27 months to complete the process. Begin. Okay. To lubricate...
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
To lubricate the process, send Warthorn Beta to the border. Stand by. Incoming transmission from the Racket Industrial Enterprise. Oh, Seedborn, the last haul. You would not believe it. Crates and crates overflowing with munitions. Cubic tons of it. Come, come, please look. What do you have to offer? We have a special offer. Inimitable technology only developed by the Racket Industrial Enterprise. Do you have trouble penetrating the defensive grids of planets? We can show you a way. Very advanced, very technical. Of improved bombardment, we call it. So we call it the orbital trash dispenser. What? Disperser, even. They want consumer goods for what? What? What have you got? Orbital trash dispersal? What? You want our consumer goods to teach us how to throw trash out the airlock? I don't know if that's a good deal. Okay. Fine. Here are your consumer goods.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
And we get... Oh, hang on. Okay. Oh, we flat out just got the technology. We didn't get the option to research it. What's this? Sorry. It's a rare technology. It's a weapon system. This orbital bombardment management system spams a planet with millions of minute, high-velocity projectiles, overwhelming planet-side defensive grids with trash data. Ships equipped with this component will cause more damage during orbital bombardments. Oh, it's legit. Okay. Orbital bombardment damage up by 25%. That is not small, everyone. So this component overwhelms planetary defensive grids by spamming grids with trash data, millions per minute. Alright. Sure. Not so sure it's worth an auxiliary slot, but... Okay, we'll take it. Also, we finished researching the Plasma Accelerator weapon system. So these new accelerators launch projectiles of high energy plasma with improved containment fields. This results in less energy leakage as the projectile travels in space towards its target. Okay. So it will cost me exotic gas in order to mount these weapon systems. We'll see what damage they can do compared to our other weapons. Well done, Azium. You're now rank 3. Plasma cannons, what do they cost? Also exotic gas. Advanced shields. Okay. Let's go with the advanced shield. Hello. Alright, honey bunny. Dog's grumbling. Okay. Well, Kale, there's a personal website below with the archived streams for Stellaris. If you'll forgive me, I don't dump them onto YouTube because I've got different ideas of what YouTube is meant to be for, rather than just a pure data dump for live streams in their hundreds of hours. So on that note, there's a dedicated archive below for that data dump. It's relatively simple, I'm afraid. It doesn't really have a huge amount of bells and whistles. There's no login or anything like that, sorry. As in, it won't save your progress when it comes to remembering which one you are watching, but nevertheless, it's right there. It's just a simple click and it will upload the VOD as archived. Could do right side, but again, not wishing to go down this rabbit hole, it's not that. It's because I have a different idea of what YouTube is meant to be for. What it used to be for. It's not just a... what's the word for it? It's not just a fucking Dropbox for shite. Or it shouldn't be. In a better world, it wouldn't be. Okay. So, Warthorn Beta is on its way to the border with our soon-to-be conquered people. Warthorn Alpha is orbiting around the homeworld.
Construction complete.
Leave it there for the moment. We're losing quite a bit of influence over time as the result of this integration process. Thank you, Necroflesh, and Caden. Thank you. Why are you orbiting there, Colonel Coffee? Please go back to Life Glow. Additional shipyards have been built at Life Glow, queuing many destroyers, augmenting the fleet, replacing that which was destroyed. Okay. So far, so good, everyone.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I should pay more attention to the planets to see what I'm doing with them insofar as upgrades.
Construction complete.
What's this? Orbital Researcher mandate fulfilled. As per our Prime Routes mandate, additional research stations have been constructed. Okay, Unity, 1,000 gained, straight off the bat. We've also finished researching terrestrial sculpting. There is no simple solution to the problem of macro-scale reshaping of planetary crusts, only bigger trowels and orbitally deployed drills. Okay, so we can do an edict that will cost us... what? Quite a bit of influence, I presume, in order to halve the speed of terraforming, and we can now terraform planets. Excellent, well done, Concordi. Your new mission? What's this? Will cost me crystals. Clerks... up the number of clerks? I think, yeah, it's just the upgrade for the commerce centers, whatever they're called. Food processing center. All of these are kind of rubbish, to be honest. What's the quickest one? Hydroponics farming. Let's do that. Do that quickly and then draw some new ones from the deck. Okay. Right. So, what now? What now? Let's go back to the planets themselves. So yeah, we have some options now that many of them have finished. Let's start with the frontier. So, down here in the frontier sector, planet Garden Damray is here, over on the far east side. What are we talking about? Okay. So Garden Damray, you're growing steadily. You have a population of 16 billion. Mostly what? Seedborn. There's some opportunities for expansion here. You're growing steadily, but we could always send some migration if needed. Some slaves for the mining opportunities. Or Rethelian. Slaves would be cheaper. Okay. Oh, they're still living in their ship, so their reassembled colony ship. Upgrade it to a planetary administration. Very good. Okay, what about insofar as room? The planet is quite large. This could be one hell of an industrial center. What do we need? Consumer goods would be wise. Additional industrial districts. Build two city districts, 2 industrial districts. We have enough farming districts. I should not neglect alloys, really. It's just a balancing act, really, isn't it? What about any features on the world that we can remove? Toxic kelp. Yep. Remove that with some energy. And what's that? An active volcano. Plug that with energy. Okay. So for those not familiar, these blocking tiles. So the game used to have this grid system where the physical blockers would like be in the way, and you'd have to clear them off. So it's a bit of a relic of that older system. Sort of moved to this tile over here. But yeah, we have hot springs, rushing waterfalls, prosperous mesa, mineral fields. Nothing particularly unique on this world? No. Okay. Well, the energy is more the currency, so when I'm throwing money at it, I'm presumably throwing billions of our own internal currency. Amenities are down. Who makes the amenities? Is it the clerks? Clerks. 1 second. Trade. Yeah, they do. So we have no clerks currently working in these jobs. Okay. Bring in... Can I move you? Don't think I can physically move you anymore, can I? Bring in some slaves here, please. Prioritize this job. There we go. So so clerks have immediately moved from the farming area of the planet. The fields are empty. So can I bring in some slaves to work there? Let's have a look. So Garden Damray is where we are right now. Let's sort by the other planets. Oh, thank you, Game Dev Alien and Nate the Great. Thank you both of you, and Grobosaurus. Hi there, Grobosaurus. Necroflesh and Caden and Akari. Thank you, and thank you, Messi as well. Thank you. Sorry, I'm deep in menus. Sorry for missing you. Okay, any unemployment? 1 moment. No unemployment. Unemployment 2 on Garden Quaker. Okay. Who? Seedborn. 2 unemployed Seedborn. Could send them over here. Send a couple. Okay, so there'll be a bit of a resettling cost. Oh shit, has that just kicked my influence heavy? It costs influence, I think, to resettle the Seedborn, but it doesn't cost influence to resettle slaves. Yeah. Pull some from Sir Hook's Wither. The Rayub, these horrible things. Pull some of the criminal elements over here. Order them to start working at Garden Damray. They're going to hate it. They hate the wet climate that we enjoy. How much will it cost me? Just energy? Okay. Oh wow, reduced energy because they're nomadic. Sweet. How many? Is that enough, do you reckon? Yeah, maybe a few more. Although be careful, we don't want it to get too unstable. Maybe we should also build a precinct house, create enforcers, keep the slaves and the residents in line. No, they're literal slaves. Okay, there are no residents. Maybe I should do this later. Once we have absorbed the Rethelian to the north, we're going to have a lot more. Well, some residents to move. cheap labour. Okay. Sorry, Hyrie Lane? A question for another time, sorry. I'm in the middle of the weeds of Stellaris. Rather than going off on a rant about face cams, sorry. Hang on. A few more. What about slaves from... Hang on. Garden Regalia, Zukova. Those are the Pogavon. Any unemployed? Not currently. Garden Slaughter. The Rathelian. They already have their own slaves. Okay, leave them for now. Keep growing the garden. What is that? The dimensional portal on Garden Damray. What the fuck? Investigate where the portal leads to. Track on the map. Oops. Okay. I've ordered the homeworld's... Sorry, what portal? What are you on about? There's a portal? Okay, Azium, stop researching that and investigate the portal. Right. So sorry, that's Damray. Unemployed pops not for long. They'll move down to a different social stratum. Gardener Access, how are you guys doing? You need some upgrades. Upgrade your planetary capital. What about your precinct house? Crime is okay, leave it for now. Your population? 2 rulers seedborn. Deprioritize the precinct house job. You've been doing very well. You've been growing very well. Carry on, really? You're doing great. So they've got, how many? They've got 33 billion, I presume. Oh, well done. Okay. Let's build some additional city districts. 2 of them. And also let's build... What would be wise? Alloy foundry, maybe? Or maybe a research lab. No, an alloy foundry. Where is it? Sorry. Oh, shouldn't forget the temples, should we? Priests turn consumer goods into unity. Sociological research and amenities. Build a temple there. Okay. I do? Shinira? Oh yeah. How did I do that? Azium typically works on engineering projects. Not sure how I did that. Okay. It shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, Azium, could you take over the engineering? Where are you? Oops. It's fine. And then we'll have Rono take over the... Yeah, just do a trade. Just pass notes back and forth. So Rono is now heading up the physics research. They're both the same rank 3. Weird. I don't know how I managed that. Thank you, Shinira. Sorry, I've got police ambulance going past. Okay, so those are the frontier sectors. Sir Hook's Wither, which is over here. The relatively newly taken area in the last war, I think. Okay, so it's called the Wither because it's a desert world and we don't like it. Roots do not grow well here. Gang wars are in progress. It's under the control of the ruthless Judge Arkama. Okay, we've built slave processing facilities in order to keep the slaves in line. So the world consists of mostly the Rayub making criminal elements. They're proving problematic. No specialists yet. Really? Strange. Enforcers. Yeah, stay there. Just keep growing steady. Okay, just keep growing the population. How much food do you have? You're okay. We need so they've got a deficit of energy, but we're okay. The slave trade is really propping up our empire right now. We're making so much money selling the Pogavon. Okay. What would be the best thing? Let's go with the temple. Amenities. Do I need another precinct house? Wait, they don't have a precinct house? Really? Surely they do. Gene clinic. So how do we get enforcers? Am I dumb? Enforcers, here, look. In the middle class stratum. Planetary capital. Martial law? No, we're not under martial law. Right? See? Admin building. Bureaucrats. Bureaucrat jobs. Slave processing facility? Maybe? No. I don't know what that's about. Planetary oh, does it really? The planetary capital gives... It does. Thank you very much. That's why. Okay. So the planetary capital gives me a couple of... Obviously, I need to up the number of pops in order to make a... a system capital complex. Okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Ah. Does it actually show me the tree? Only if I can upgrade it. I should pay more attention to this. Nice. Okay. Insofar as... Yeah. Build me 2 additional mining districts. And also... a couple of industrial districts. This planet is quite large. It may be difficult to live on, what with it being a desert, but there's lots of space for industry, and the Rayab can work the mines. Okay, so that's Sir Hook's Wither, so the frontier sector, the Wither sector, the slaughter sector, soon to presumably be expanded as we absorb this area over here. The slaughter sector is currently under the governorship of Governor Kralux. It's under martial law, owing to the fact that the population is particularly arsey, consisting of lots of recently conquered Rithilian with... oh, and slaves. Okay. Okay, civilian industries, civilian fabricators. Was this all here before? What shall I upgrade to? 1 minute. Precinct house. No, hang on to the moats. Don't lose all of those right now. Crime is down. Stability is piss poor though. Okay, do we have any... Can I build a hollow entertainment thing? Yeah, hollow theatre. There we go. Cost me minerals, but it will make entertainment jobs, which turn consumer goods into unity and amenities. How much amenities do we have here right now? The clerks make them, do they not? Yes, they do. How many clerks do we have in the population? Some, but they're mostly slaves, presumably doing it inefficiently. So the Rithilian are making 0.95 amenities per whatever. The slaves... Oh no, wait. Amenities usage? What's your amenities production? There, 21. I see. Produces 2. There we go. It's at the bottom. 2 amenities. So, amenity. Yeah, like not. Well, hang on. Sorry. What's the difference between amenities and consumer goods in a literal sense, not insofar as game mechanics? But they're 2 different... Surely amenities is just a consumer good, no? Do I have the wrong end of the stick insofar as what the word means? Amenities is more... Is it more specifically entertainment? What, and consumer goods are not? Amenities equals services, says Jelly Goo, while consumer goods are consumed. Yeah, okay. So hang on, each individual Rithilian clerk population is producing 2. The slaves are making... 2.5! Wonderful! Good job. They're doing very well, aren't they? Alright, sweet. So... Carry on, really. Is there anything else I can give you? Hollow theatres. Bread and circuses, obviously. Upgrade the alloy fam... Do I want to upgrade that? It's going to cost me motes. Upkeep, plus 2 motes per whatever. No, I want to hang on to the moats, really. Well, why? I want the alloy. No, fuck it. Upgrade it. Okay. Additional buildings can be built. Let's make ourselves, what's that, a commercial zone. Clerks produce trade value. Yeah, build one of those. And also, build... temple. There we go. Right, so that's the slaughter sector. And then, of course, we have the pizza sector with garden, pizza, and Zakova, and then just the core worlds over here. Check on Zakova quickly. So this is all the way over here around... Sorry, this is the star system of Zakova with the Pogavon. Luxuries being distributed will expire. Yeah, I decided to reward the Pogavon by distributing shiny items on their homeworld. The slaves were doing an excellent job. I decided to reward them. Oh. The habitability of their world is going down due to industrial output. The, what is it? The, edict, not edict, the galactic ruling that was made. Oh dear. Okay. So, alloy foundry, we could upgrade that with moats. Let's do that. Get as many alloys as we can. It's quite a small world though, there's not really much I can upgrade. Are there any features that I can remove? Yes, remove these mountains. Start demolishing them. Take away the rubble. Fill in any ravines with the rubble. Make more terrain. Sorry, 2? 2? What's the other one? No? Oh, okay. Weird. Rare planetary features, none. No, it's a very unremarkable world. They were just a bunch of savages. They were still savages when we found them. They were living in a sort of Cold War era with nuclear weapons that they pointed at each other. Fools. Right. So we invaded them. We invaded them and we took them over, and we're currently using them as slaves. Rivalry between the League of Panaxa and the Rathelian Commerce League. Cool. We should stay friends. We are friendly towards each other. You should join us, or rather we should absorb you. Right. I will give these, the League of Panaxa, decent rights. I mean, after all, they're plants. Just like us. Alright. Oh really? It was just one blocker that was blocking 2 slots? Says in your heart? Or implies in your heart? Where are my war fleets? Warthorn Alpha. How close are you to being fully ready? Still some time. One moment. Show me the starbase, the shipyards even. No, that's gonna...
Special project complete.
We're not ready for war. Okay, how long until this new... Yeah, how long until they're absorbed? Oops, hang on. Soon. What's this, sorry? The Null Void over here at Damray on the far east side of the garden. The dimensional portal on Garden Damray leads to a dimension of pure entropy. It is difficult to even get sensor readings because the very energy of our pings is rapidly dissipated. Our best theory is that this null void is a dimension where the majority of 0-point energy is negative, and so any positive energy, which was once present, has long since been used up. Knowing this, it might be possible to construct a weapon which can use the null void's energy destruction offensively? What does that mean? Research option gained. A null void beam. Okay. Dimensional portal researchers will also produce dark matter. Really? At Damray? Hold on. Hold on. This planet, Garden Damray, is now making dark matter in small amounts. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Is that our only source of dark matter? Wait, 0? Oh, okay. Maybe it takes a time? Do I need to exploit it? Is it like a job? Ouch. Sorry, my shoulder. Ow. Not sure. It just says collecting dark matter. Okay. So in a real world sense, sorry, forgive me if this isn't accurate because there's some overlap between dark energy, isn't there? Dark matter is the hypothetical. We don't know. This is the thing. So our understanding of the way that galaxies work doesn't make any sense. There isn't enough stuff. There's just not enough stuff out there to be holding it all together. So there must be something that we cannot see. There must be some additional mass that we cannot see through telescopes, basically, because it's dark matter. Again, we don't know. Maybe our understanding is just flat out wrong. It might not even exist. We don't know. It's just the name currently given to the... What the fuck? Where's the extra mass, basically? Space glue. Yeah. Oh. There have been a few eureka moments over the years with lots of, ooh, dark matter. We figured out what it is, but mostly, no, it's just... for example, certain areas of space where it's like, ooh, this area, like it's blocked or something. No, it's just particles. It's just whatever, dust. Right. No, sorry, forgive me, Loweru. It's not called dark, as far as I know. Sorry, it's not called dark because we don't know. It's called dark because we literally cannot spot it. It's not producing any sort of detectable, through our telescopes anyway, any sort of detectable radiation that we can pick up. So therefore, it is dark to us. Oh. Hang on. 1 minute. Anyway, so the good news is that we've discovered that dark matter not only exists, but it's on Garden Damray, and it's leaking through a portal, and the really, really good news is that it goes quite well on toast. So, small amounts of dark matter are coming through the portal and are being harvested, and until we find an actual decent application, dark matter toast for everyone on not everyone, the ruling class, obviously. Right, here we go. Oh yeah, that's what Marmite is. Oh yeah. Ugh. How much would that suck if we discovered that dark matter is Marmite? Through hard work and experience, Prime Root Clark the Viking has developed a new skill. So, our Prime Root Clark the Viking at the age of 74. When does your term end, by the way? Next election. Ooh, soon. Couple of years. Well, you've fulfilled your mandate. You have an eye for talent. Leadership cap increased by 1. Leadership experience gain up by 20%. This leader is considered to be unusually perceptive, spotting talent where others see only eccentricity or incompetence. Okay. You're also good at generating food via farming jobs. Okay. And you have deep connections, so this leader is firmly entrenched in the web that makes up the political machine. You are skill rank 4 of 6. Oh wow! So it's now 6 is your cap. Nice. Carry on. So 20% improvement in edict duration and monthly unity up by 12%. If that's true, if I can up the number of edicts, maybe I should use this opportunity to just cast more edicts. So, hang on to my influence because I imagine we're going to need it to make certain war declarations. Not war declarations, but war territorial claims, I think, is something we're going to need to do fairly soon. So what about energy? Fear campaign. Last 12 years, monthly unity improved by 10% and xenophobic ethics attraction up by 25%. We could use that. Initiate a fear campaign. The vile and beastly nature of the Xeno must be communicated to our people.
They must accept the truth that we stand alone in a sea of alien filth. Initiating campaign. An education campaign costing energy. Back to school. By momentarily spending resources to promote higher education amongst our leaders, their skills will improve at a faster rate. A recycling campaign. Okay. What's this? Population. Oh wow. Okay, we should have that on all the time then. We reduce the number of consumer goods that our people eat by 10%. Sweet. What about this? Oh yes, halve the speed of terraforming. Exotic gases, improve staff... Oh, hang on. That's very useful for the war. Hang on to those exotic gases. Yeah, I should spend these when the shooting starts. Okay. Thank you, Wargamer and Mr. Andrew. And also, ZF SWAT Knight is in the chat. Hi there, SWAT Knight. I hope you're very well. Alright. Yeah, speaking of factions, what's going on? Let's have a look. Oh, good. It shows the integration time for the Pious Rathelian Alliance. Good. The Seedborn, let's have a look. 14%. Good, 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 good. So right now, of the factions, the Council of Divine Guidance is currently just under half. The rest are divided. Good. Rising unemployment on Big Green, the homeworld. Unemployment and poverty are spreading at an alarming rate on Big Green. This sorry state of affairs is being exploited by local crime organisations who find themselves awash with both easy marks and desperate recruits. As a temporary solution, we could increase the unemployment benefits on the moon. It would not be cheap, but it would provide additional time to seek a more permanent solution, such as creating more jobs or improving the living standards of the affected population groups. We could also do nothing. This would likely result in the formation of a significant criminal underworld on Big Green. Big Green is not the same as the Wither sector. These are our people. These are plants. They are not fungus. Institute the increased benefits. So increased benefits added for 120 months. Sorry, yeah, so giving the following effects. Unemployment pop, consumer goods reduction. Oh, sorry, unemployment pop, consumer goods upkeep up by 2. Why don't we just move the unemployed populations elsewhere? Because it will cost me influence. I see. Thank you, Alistair and Delta, Wargamer, Mr. Andrew, and Hollow Game. Thank you, all of you. Hi there, Alistair. Or a few criminals are of no concern. Institute the increased benefits. It will sting, though. How much unemployment upon the moon? Have we really grown so far? We have specialists unemployed. Bloody hell. The garden grows. The garden grows. Okay. Nevertheless, how much will it cost me to resettle them? We have many other worlds where you can live. You don't have to stay here. Go, spread your roots. Garden Damray. They have Marmite that you can spread made out of dark matter. Oh, there's already unemployed people on Garden Damray? Really? Okay, new idea. Are there any worlds that we can terraform? Or migrate to? Show me the world planner. Expansion planner. Sort by habitability. No. Planet class. No. Habitability. Holy Mag is a Gaia world. Leave it alone. It is sacred. Twitten Roo. B3. An Arctic world. Ocean worlds. Alpine worlds. Is surveyed. Damn. Limited... Oh, sorry, what is life glow? What is our moon? A tropical world. Sort by planet class. Tropical. Sort by size. A barren world. Where is this? Distance, quite far. Terraforming candidate. This planet has water in frozen form and may once have been home to a thriving ecosystem. With the right technology, we could terraform it into a habitable world. Where is it? Show me this world. Here. Hotkey. Ooh. Ooh. What do you think? Cheaper than I expected. Only 10,000 energy. It'll take time. All terraforming does. We should do it, shouldn't we? A barren and rocky world with a thin or non-existent atmosphere. The surface is covered in meteor impact craters and is completely devoid of life. We can change that. I need a tech for it? Do I? Have climate restoration. Drat. So I have the ability to terraform but not restore an empty climate? Ah. Shame. Nevertheless, a candidate right there. Are there any others? You. Another barren world. Wait. I clicked it and it brought up the colonize option? What's that? Sorry, trade value. Which world specifically? This one here. I see. Could do. We need to wait for the right technology. A Zen world. Vast ripples appear in the regolith here. Whatever their origin, they exude a calming influence. Where is that? Here. Oh! One of the moons. Around the same star that the holy world of Holy Mag is orbiting. Interesting. Happiness improved. Consecrate the world to be holy. No. Terraform. Okay, so we need the technology to properly terraform. Damn. And we don't really have any tropical world candidates for the Seedborn. Unemployment is going to be an issue for a while, isn't it? Okay. Shame there aren't any synths in the Empire. No one to rise up. There aren't synths, but there are a shit ton of slaves. Absolute shit ton. But they're not going to rise up because they're good and they're happy. And
the spirits have granted us new wisdom.
And we have wisdom from the spirits. See, look at this. Hydroponic farms, which they can work in. They're going to love it. They'll love it so much that they'll be working really long hours. Okay. Hydroponic farming is a controlled environment which allows for crops to be grown in climates where farming would normally be impossible. Okay. So, farmers. So, hydroponic farms on stations? No, that's the hydroponics bay. So I can augment a station to grow food. Okay. I'm curious. Hang on. Show me the home world. No, sorry, different. Show me a world that has room. Araxis? No. Oh, I can just look at its stats if I go to Araxis and click on here and go replace. Hydroponic. Here. Okay, so it's just instead of building a whole farming district, that creates jobs. Oh no, I see, it makes 2 farmer jobs, and presumably I can subsequently upgrade the hydroponics farm with, I don't know, exotic gas maybe, later? I don't have the technology right now. Okay. Right. We're good. More societal research. Concordi 007. You've drawn 4 cards from the deck. Ooh, that's good. Leader lifespan increased by 10 years. I'm picking that one. So, vitality boosters. Let's do that. The science of life in its many forms and complexities. Carry on. So, for the people just joining, welcome indeed to a bit of Stellaris. You're looking at the garden. So this is a holy empire of the gardeners tended. So we are the children that have risen up from the star of life glow, a plant species who consider it their destiny to find their way to the stars and meet their maker, the great gardener, the ancient progenitor species that once protected them when they were young. Okay, what's this? The Iron Age. The Bronze Age aliens on Media 4, so that's around the start of Java Fatal Error, here. Hello. These are the face squid ones, the ones I keep fucking with by putting probes in their brains. Whoops. Anyway, the Bronze Age aliens on Media 4 have advanced sufficiently in their use of metallurgy to be considered an Iron Age civilization. The tools and weapons they make use of are becoming more effective, and the architecture of their cities has become more elaborate. Their civilization has now spread to cover most of the planet, and some of their largest cities are home to nearly 1 million individuals. Show me. Stone palaces still, primitive dwellings still, another desert world, just like the Rayub. Show me the species specifically. We've been gathering data on them. View species, the waste G. Hello. About 9 billion currently, or million, not sure what the number is meant to represent. It probably varies based on species.
Construction complete.
Sorry. So, traits. They prefer living on deserts. Thrifty. Trade value from jobs up by 25%. Really? Members of the species are instinctively economical and are always looking to make a good profit, whatever corners need cutting. Okay. Is that it? I mean, those are your only traits? I suppose you're young. It's not good, to be honest. I mean, even the Pogavon. Where are my loyal slaves? Here they are. Yeah, they don't consume many consumer goods. Not that slaves do anyway. Amenities from jobs up. Oh, that's why. Wow. Okay. They're producing more amenities when they worked in those jobs, up by 20%. That's why they're better than the Rithilian. Okay. I'm going to be honest, the Pogavon are growing on me. Big time. I'm tempted. Yeah, what's that about? What's with the template? Oh yeah. They've mutated? I didn't do that. Who did that? Maybe it happened naturally before I turned up. There's a subspecies of them. Okay. No, well they're plants. They're not. Well, sorry, they're fungoids. They're not plants. Yeah, they probably mutated slightly before I uplifted the question mark them. What's this? Sorry, the Senate is in recess. Okay. I'm tempted to give them residence, maybe. Tempted, which is the lowest form of citizenship, working low-class jobs, but not slaves. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay. So, how long until the Rithilian are converted? 1 second. Where's that? What am I looking for? I'm looking for that screen that showed me the progress. Is it here? It's down here, isn't it? Here it is. Oh, almost halfway there. Looking at the time, everyone, I do need to wrap up the stream momentarily. A little bit more. Just I need to go get on with work today. Oh, I need to go for a run first. Need to get my fat ass jogging. Okay.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Dinklebean, he got a heartbeat monitor for his... he was doing some horror streams, and he got a heartbeat monitor, and he reminded me that I have one of those from long ago. It was sitting collecting dust in a drawer. It's one of those ones that you strap around your chest. So I went to the corner shop and I picked up some of those small batteries, and I switched it back on again, and I went for a jog the other day. And I still actually had my saved averages from ages ago on an app that I hadn't launched in so long. Sorry. Stretching. Anyway, so for those that don't know, I actually really enjoy running. I just like it. I've always enjoyed it. And so I went for another jog, and it surprised me actually. I was pleasantly surprised at how low my heartbeat was relative to how it used to be about like 7 years ago or something. Not only that, but how quickly my heartbeat recovered back to resting pace. So yeah, I feel it's weird because I feel much weaker than I was when I was in my 20s, but at the same time, my heartbeat seems to rapidly reset a lot faster than it did. What about swimming? I would do swimming, but here in Brighton we don't really have any decent swimming pools. They're all kind of gross. How often do I go running? Every 2 to 3 days, pretty regularly. Okay. So, alloy nanoplants. Hang on. Uh-oh. So we finished... Oh, hang on. So, which one is this? So this will cost me motes. Oh, yes, of course. So, upping all... Yeah, let's carry on. So we can effectively upgrade the... Sorry, pardon me. The nanoplants on some of our planets. Okay. To produce more alloys. So, what's this? Sorry. Crime continues to be a problem on Garden Damray. And an extensive criminal underworld has now taken root on the planet. The game didn't know that we're plants. Some areas have descended into lawlessness or have been taken over completely by criminal organizations. Okay. Sorry, Garden Damray is over here, isn't it? Shit. Crime is a problem. It's spreading. They're going to steal all the Marmite, aren't they? So, here in the workers section... No? Do we not have a criminal element now? Is that not what it implied? Hang on. Maybe not. I thought we would now have criminal jobs available. Oh, okay. I just needed to unpause. Right, so potentially some people will become criminals and reduce overall trade value. Problematic. Okay. Alright. Do I run with Lulu? I'm afraid not, Zoob. She's not a running... She's a toy dog. There's no way that she would be able to keep pace. And regardless of the breed, she's also a lazy bitch who prefers flopping... Fucking camera. Flopping... her natural state, everyone. She's sort of like squished against the bottom of the sofa with her legs stretched against it. Yeah, she's a fat rat, basically. Right. What's that mess? She's ripped up a toilet thing. Great. Okay. Ooh, hello. Yes, what's this? Unlocks the ship type, the battleship. Ooh. We should definitely do that. Asium. I think it's... Oh, hang on. No, carry on. So please unlock the battleship. So a bigger frame of vessel. All right. Carry on. So yes, looking at the time then, so that would be a sensible time to finish, I'm afraid, folks. Sorry about that. It's just I do have lots of work to do today, so I best get on with it. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the show. The garden continues to grow. Our objectives going forward will be to fully consume our northern vassal state, the Rethelian Alliance, the pious Rethelian Alliance, the remnants of the Rethelian Commerce League. They're not very big, though, consisting mostly of automated star systems and just one planet, really. For some reason, the Rethelian kept that one. Is that their... Oh, that's their capital, Rethel, isn't it? That's their homeworld. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, I'm hoping soon to reinitialize a war against the Rethelian and take over the remainders of their space and not subject their people to slavery, but certainly take over their government and, most importantly, their taxation. Over here, on the eastern side, the war... Is this war still going? That's crazy. Hang on a minute. Are you still at war? You are. You're at war with the Order of the Cracksville. Oh wow, it does indeed show me their exhaustion. Hang on a second. Okay. So, what does that mean? Does that mean 3% more until... Wait a minute, I'm confused. I figured the war exhaustion would be higher by now. A defensive war. Attacker. Wait, they were attacked by the Cracksville? Is that what that means? Or the Amari were attacked by the Cracksville? Not sure. I'm guessing the Amari, so the bird men up here, were attacked by the Cracksville. Sorry, all while this is going on, what's going on with these weird teddy bears? They're rubbish, aren't they? Only 3 planets there. They're caught. I'm surprised they haven't been completely absorbed. Cracksville, are you making any gains over here? Some. What's that? System occupied by the... Okay. We're getting some data now on them. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen here. Anyway, thank you again for watching, folks. So the playthrough will continue later. I'm going to bog off and go for a jog. Well, get some lunch first, then go for a jog, and then, yeah, just get on with Rising Storm Vietnam Bullshittery Part 3. On that front, let me just save it. I'm cutting the clips together. So the Bullshittery is coming together in its sort of final form. I haven't started the text and the keyframing yet, so there's still lots of work to do. A few more weeks of work, really. Nevertheless, I'll do my best, and yeah, we'll just keep assembling the video. Right. One moment. Who's doing what amongst the clan? Let's have a look. Yes, if you want to see the start of this playthrough, you'll find a link below to a closet, so an archive site where you can find the earlier Stellaris streams. Okay, ZF Sheep is doing some Red Dead Redemption, and Harry is doing some Valorant. Anyone else on? No, just them for the minute. In which case, let me hand you over to ZF Sheep. He's a streamer who is extremely similar to me, so strong English accent and heavy narration. And he's doing a bit of Red Dead Redemption. I'll leave you in his company. Thank you again, folks. Have a lovely, lovely afternoon.